Hola, and welcome back to the Paris home series event. We just saw Mutineers dominate Empire, and I know you were passionate about wanting to talk about the Mutineers' performance. What are your thoughts, bud?
I just think they're the real deal. You know, Chance talked about it a little bit, how the community wasn't really giving them respect. Well, in this online world, these guys are incredible. I know there's also been a lot of hate, you know, by some outspoken pros in our community towards Awakening. Like, he deserves this credit, man. This guy has been putting up consistent performances against the best teams in the game. Like, they left no questions on their performance. They beat all the best teams, and I just want to show them a little bit of love because I think they're absolutely incredible, and they need to be in that discussion for best team in the game.
All right. Well, yeah, I think Joe and I were a little bit hesitant because they're up and down performances. But after them beating Empire like that, yeah, all aboard the Mutineers train. They have a chance to repeat here and be the first people to do it all year. But I hear our match is close to starting, so we do need to get right into our keys to victory. And Ant and Joe, you can kind of talk us through these and what the big things are going to be for either team. But for OpTic and Ultra, it's interesting. We're going to start off with Ultra. Joe, can you take me through the Ultra keys to victory?
Yeah, sure. Ant put these together, but Ant, I'm going to talk over them. Hardpoint is key. They need a more balanced effort, I think, from everybody. Without Classic, there's more pressure on Bance and Kleenex. They need a little bit more slaying. Yeah, I mean, listen, they go game 5 yesterday, you know, versus Atlanta FaZe, but you want more consistency in those respawns. And Classic was a vital piece, especially in those respawns. He was one of their best players on the team. So for Kleenex, some big shoes to fill.
He absolutely does. And now I want to take a look at him for OpTic Gaming. These are your game fuel keys to victory. And what do you think about OpTic? What do they need to do here, bud?
You know, I heard Joe talking about this yesterday, and he was absolutely on point. You know, Dashy needs to be a star again. Like, yesterday, he had his worst series that we've seen him have. That might have been, like, his worst series ever, to be honest. He got destroyed, man, and that cannot happen. Like, when you look at this team, yes, there's great players from top to bottom, but they aren't the players that they once were. Like, Dashy needs to be that lead slayer on this team. Everybody has those players on their squad in the top, in the big 3. You know, you throw Mutineers in there, now in the big 4, like, you need to have Dashy performing, man. He can't do that.
Well, Joe, just a quick question before we get into the map. Like, I know people get motivated in different ways, but didn't you kind of think that Slasher going off like that and leading by example is going to motivate Dashy a bit?
Yeah, I thought so. Like, you know, like, this guy's putting up insane numbers. Like, someone's gonna help this guy out, right? You know, like, Dashy should be that guy. And what's actually weird about it, ever since he switched to the MP5, he had a better first event, like when he first switched to it. Now we're a few home series in, and it feels like he's almost getting worse.
Yeah, you think you'd be getting better, but all right, Ant, thank you so much for your input. But now time to get into the map. OpTic Gaming are 0-6 on this map, and Joe, I know you got frustrated watching them yesterday on this map because they had the poor spawns and they just got destroyed in Tire Shop. At least for them this time, they get the Coalition spawn.
We love Tire Shop, Clint. We sure do. Well, we'll see if they can hold on to it. And this is a good one for Toronto. I mean, this is one that they win at times that really extend the series. And holding on to Tire Shop, they will not do. Okay, so, yeah, that is a tough one right away, as that could be the worst start I've ever watched.
Okay, so let's just take back everything we said about them having the good spawns for this, because yeah, I don't know that I have seen it flip that quickly. What a sensational job by Ultra and Methods, who wanted to puke after the last series in the Game 5 Round 11. Well, he just vomited all over OpTic Gaming as he just shuts it down inside the point. Big play there from Methods, and he keeps it going.
He gets one trophy, throws it down. They throw 6 nades. Guess what? More kills come on the board. He gets another trophy. So he's watching over his teammates. He's in a power position. The M4 is on point. The mustache is on point. He hits a headshot. Hello there, Kenny. That's going to be 7 in a row. Picks up the MP5. And guess what? I got another trophy to put on this hill. And you see the mini-map right now. Toronto, they have mid-map control. They have Tire Shop control. This could be another ugly one for OpTic Gaming.
Yeah, so you can't even blame Tire Shop this time around if you're OpTic. I mean, you had the spawn. You just threw it in a trash can as soon as the game started. But what a start from Ultra. What a start from Methods. This is going to be close to a 100-0 point game once this is said and done. Only 4 points on the board. Speaking of zeros, Kenny doesn't have a kill yet. Dashy has one. OpTic Gaming, welcome to the pummel party because they're getting smoked.
they certainly are. Yeah, these 20 seconds, they're just going to set up for a smokestack, and it's like deja vu. From what we watched yesterday.
Yeah, it's like almost
Their
exactly.
match against New York, and they're gonna have to try to bounce back. That smokestack, maybe just try to get on the board. Is Kenny? He's trying to turn things around. He finds 3 in a row.
As much as we were talking about Method's hot start, Cammy had a brilliant start as well. I think he was already out to 12-4, 12-5. So great start for him. He's been solid in the respawns, prolific with the sniper and search and destroy as well. Cammy really starting to become a more and more impressive player as the years go on. But look at this scoreline. Now to smokestack we go. And this is the one place where OpTic found some success yesterday. They're getting battered, bruised, and beaten here as well. It's just nothing seems to be working. What am I watching, Joe?
I don't know. I'm gonna take a look. I just want to see what they vetoed. So
I thought you were gonna check the map too.
well, that's gonna be Ramasa when we get there. But I'm just looking at what they vetoed. Look, they vetoed Gunrunner. So got rid of Gunrunner, Hardpoint. I don't know. It's just, you know, we talked about it yesterday. 0-6, things aren't going your way. As you can tell, I don't even know what to say right now, man. Like, just a second half of domination where we just talk about something for 3 minutes, or?
Yeah, no, it feels like it might be that way. My OpTic pick to win this weekend is not looking very good. I went out on a limb, and Bald Isaac Newton is wrong time and time again. Wow,
Well,
Mutineers look incredible.
I'm sure he had a lot of wrong theories a lot of times, and that's what makes you great,
Yeah.
right? You just got to fix those and then figure out what the correct answer is.
Yeah,
for the next
I'll
time.
work on that. I'm just waiting for that 4 to change to a 5. I don't know if it's gonna happen. Kleenex now 5 in a row. Bance going off the top rope to find some kills. This is one of the biggest blowouts I've ever seen. I mean, the only bigger blowout I can think of is what happened to Momo at Champs years and years ago against the Complexity Squad. Bance is now on a 10 spree at 17-6. Ah! They got points! Yeah!
We're up to 10. Double digit up.
Run it up, big mud dog. Oak
Anthems.
Boys for life. Go celebrate. You guys got into double digits. Dear Lord in heaven.
Okay. Yeah, they're up to 190 points. So I guess the good thing for OpTic, they can't win here.
Yeah, Joe, that is one positive. There, we're gonna at least see one more hard point. I'm ready for round 1 of search. Unless some sort of angelic miracle happens here, this will be the biggest blowout on the year by a wide margin.
This might be the biggest blowout in a pro league ever.
And one of the most
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, most embarrassing results for a team ever, especially a team branded OpTic Gaming.
There's really nothing else to say. Great game. I'm just gonna give my props to Toronto.
Whoa.
I mean, you know, they stepped up. Kleenex is on a 10 spree. They just put them in the dirt. That's it.
Yeah, 10 spree for Bance.
The Canadians are supposed to be nice, and they were not very nice today in this map.
No, this was a murder, Joe, and you don't do that in Canada. But you've had 10 sprees for multiple players.
You don't do that anywhere, Clint. You don't do that anywhere.
Yeah, that's a good point, Joe. I think I didn't say that very well. But now we're approaching 30 points for OpTic Gaming. As we are into our second set of rotations. Joe, I was worried that game was going to end before the second set of rotations.
Yeah, me too. I actually was as well. We're going to have to hard regain. And so OpTic, can we throw one up of those like stay tuned things, because they might need it to get into game 2. Do they want like a 5? It's like, do we have like 5-minute breathers? Because
oh, it looks like it's going to end here. Welcome to the 50-point club, OpTic Gaming. Toronto Ultra destroyed them. What was that map 1?
I mean, that was just good gameplay all around.
Holy hell. I mean, just starting with
So
Method's dominance there.
the biggest loss we have right now is, yeah, that's the largest one. The largest before that was the Gorillas to Seattle Surge by 171. That's 201 points, and that's more than 171.
Joe, they would have had, Joe, if they played that hard point 5 times, OpTic still doesn't have 250.
Correct.
Let's take a look at the stats. They're probably going to be lopsided.
Also correct, Clint. You are really the bald Isaac Newton.
Analytical mastermind right now, and I just feel sick that I picked OpTic to win this tournament. But we have seen crazier things where teams have bounced back in one series after getting blown out. Obviously, you can't say it's over yet. OpTic, a decent search team that might be back into
so
it, but wow.
You brought up the Momo thing, right? But the thing with
Did they win
Momo
that
when
series?
he got beat, no, they went to a game 5,
that's
though.
right. They went to a game 5.
They went all the way to a game 5. So you never know. You never know in these scenarios. Maybe Toronto get cocky.
Do you think Momo was one of the worst competitors in the history of Call of Duty esports?
I mean, we've had open events, so probably not.
I'm just kidding. Mama, I love you. But, man, that map 1 was hard to talk about, as that was just insane. But let's get to the quick scope presented by U.S. Air Force before we check out the other maps and modes and hopefully get as far away from Hackney Yard as humanly possible, at least for the OpTic Gaming side. But these are the overall records. Pretty darn similar, to be honest. When you talk about percentages, like a little bit better in hard point and a little bit for OpTic, a little bit better in Dom for Toronto. But, man.
Okay, so on to map 2.
I need to stay tuned. I need a 45-minute break after that. We got to go to a break. We need to have some tech problems quick.
Yeah, we got Ramaza S&D coming up. You know, we've seen this before between these two teams. Toronto won it. They're 4-3 overall on this map. We're OpTic Gaming 3-3. We good? You good, Clint?
I need to see a therapist or something.
I mean, it's not a bad thing. I think mental health is important, so maybe you should.
No, yeah, in general, but just more because of that map 1.
Okay.
Whew.
Do you want me to? Okay, so let's just. Do you want to? Let me put these glasses on and we'll get to work. What are your feelings around that map number 1?
Okay, this is helpful for me, Joe. Joe,
yeah.
I came into this tournament on hard points, and I picked OpTic Gaming to win, and I feel that they failed me, and it hurts me on a physical, emotional, and spiritual level.
And what emotions are you feeling right now, Maven?
Anger, hurt, betrayal. I'm feeling it all, Joe. I'm feeling it all.
And now turn that energy and put it into positive energy. As we load into map number 2, Ramaza Search and Destroy, what would you like to tell OpTic Gaming LA?
Please suck less.
How do you feel now that you have turned that into positive energy?
I feel a lot better, Joe. Thank you for that. I feel a lot better.
No problem.
All right, time to get into map 2. Toronto Ultra dominant in the map 1. Can they keep it going now in the search? OpTic kick it off with the bomb in their hands, and we'll see what they opt to work. Slasher has been so good on this particular map, but we'll see if that'll be enough to regain from the biggest loss in the history of the CDL.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think in a way you just kind of laugh about it. You just have to. You got to forget about it. Focus on this one. Kenny, he does sneak through bottom cafe, but Kleenex heard him. Kleenex is going to find that first blood.
There's the first pick. The new guy that we all got so hyped about the end of last year. Excited to see what he's going to be able to do. Now TJ looking to answer back, just pre-firing the windows, trying to get any sort of information, but Methods is still standing tall like a turret inside. As I say, he's standing. He's actually crouching, but it's Metals that's able to get the headshot onto Dashy as his struggles continue. Metals now with Dead Silence, going to push on through, takes down another one. Metals making the play as TJ tries to even the odds from top cafe. Still down a man.
Yeah, they would love to have the bomb. They could rotate to that A site. Slasher's trying to wait on TJ. TJ going on with a big Dead Silence flank, but they had to wait for Slasher to find a pick. Doesn't find it. Metals is on the site still. A clean round number 1 on defense.
We'll see it from Metals POV one more time. Little slide cancel and snap. TJ, one of his many victims in that first round. Because we'll switch sides. And I feel like, you made a comment about you just kind of laugh it off. And I feel if this was FaZe or Empire or Mutineers,
I know. They're definitely not laughing.
Yes, there are teams that would laugh that off. We've physically seen FaZe laugh off getting blown out. I just don't see that with OpTic Gaming. Like, with the issues within their team, I do not think there was much laughter. No.
Yeah. You're probably right, but that's really the only thing you can do.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. But oh, Dashy though with some nice quality beams there on the methods. We get the first blood for OpTic. Through the smoke, can't quite finish it. Maybe the Simtex will do the job, but there will come the kill. Massive numbers advantage for OpTic Gaming now. Cammy will look to clutch. He's got dead silence popped. He's got a lot of time. We've seen so many clutches on this map. It might be possible, but Dashy with the jump shot hits the shots in the top window.
Nice shots. Dashy opens around. Dashy closes it out. And much needed. All right, you got to win on your side. Let's see how they can work now on offense.
All right, where do they opt to go here? Looks like Dashy gonna be the lone man working towards Rugs. The other four in through Mid Cafe and Ruins. TJ gets right up to the half wall and puts some shots in him. Doesn't look like he picked up a kill. Dashy will keep playing his life. Around second story, just seeing if he can find any over-aggression from Cammy on the other end. Now you can see kind of the defensive triangle set up here between Methods, Metals, and Kleenex.
Yeah, we've seen this sometimes from offensive teams, right? A lot of the times, defenses, they try to find any openings they can, but Kenny's going to find first blood on a Bance. Slasher on a Cammy Rug side, still at 4 versus 4. You have a 3-stack really towards B. Cammy the only player at A. TJ would love to put that smoke out, but the trophy was set up perfectly. Now just trying to play his life. And it's on Cammy on the opposite side. 1 versus 3. Dead silence popped. It's going to be Chino, the first man in.
Cammy, though, lying in wait, will take out Dashy. TJ's got Daddy. Cammy almost had him, but a little,
that's an M4.
Little hop to the side, and TJ puts him down. 3v3. Bomb planted. Kleenex, Metals, Methods, work the retake.
Kleenex has dead silence, just trying to push on through. Methods will open up things with that M4. Kleenex absolutely hears that back. Not back. There's no way he doesn't. Now it's TJ. Chino trying to play maybe a bit of an off angle, but it's all on a TJ.
Ultra still have to work this defuse. TJ can absolutely make the play. Tries to slide on in. Spots one. There's a second player, though. There it is. Can he get to it in time? He can with 9 left. Methods able to hop the bomb and a big clutch out of Ultra to get the round victory. Back in front they go, and oh man, like if OpTic win this map, I feel like they still have a good chance in the series. You erase that map one completely. They lose this, it's just they're getting 3 out.
Yeah, that would be tough to bounce back. I mean, there's enough veterans where you would hope they could do it, but yeah, vibes are 100% killed if you go down 0-2.
TJ having a nice start at 6-2, more kills than the rest of his team combined currently. Gonna need a little bit of help in this one, but at least one good sign for OpTic. TJ again, almost gets 2 top rugs, but nice shots to at least get the first blood.
And he's gonna have a big one-on-one versus Metals. I don't know if Metals spotted him. Kenny definitely sees him. Kenny's gonna put some shots in. Kenny would love to push that. And there's gonna be the help from Slasher. He calls in the reinforcements. Now Kenny just trying to stay alive. Slasher, though, able to find the second. Metals picks up that bomb. I think Dashy is trying to work through mid-map somewhere, but he ends up getting taken down. Now a 2 versus 2. Metals has dead silence. Cammy has dead silence. Chino shouldn't hear anything quite yet. You can already see Cammy's on the bomb now. Player with bomb hasn't crossed, and Chino loses the gunfight.
No. I think he got first bullet there with the M4, and then maybe the shaker hit because Metals just smoked him. Maybe that was just the power of the MP5, but it's going to be Slasher now in a clutch scenario 1v2. Spots the first, can't quite close out the kill, which would have made this a highly manageable situation. Just got that much more harder with him getting away. He's got to go. No dead silence to use. Can't win the gunfight. 3-1 edge for Ultra.
Yeah, that one kill. I mean, that one-on-one. Chino kills Metals. Honestly, there's probably not even enough time for Cammy to get the bomb down. Chino would probably just play his life. Slasher would be there in time.
A huge round now for OpTic. Chino's got the bomb. Slasher right up to top cafe. Smokes out over towards construction, and TJ can't get the first blood this time around. It will be Cammy, but drops instantly. And shots through the smoke. I think the shots do some damage, and Simtex connects.
Him and Method, or sorry, it was Kleenex. Kleenex and Vance both took a ton of damage. A ton of damage, I think, from Slasher, top plat, watching the cross. But Methods comes and helps them out. Kenny, though, still working the bridge. I'm going to make this a 2 versus 3. This is at least doable if Dashy can find another pick. That nade is going to connect. He's able to stay alive. And Metals and watching so many different angles. Dashy's in a ton of trouble. At least able to play his life bar. Izzy Dashy with the finesse.
So Methods do it. Now Methods is shot. He should get dropped. Dashy and Quavo.
You bomb, run,
maybe
run, you bomb down.
The clutch. 20 seconds to go, though. He's got dead silence to use. Dashy.
Does he not know yet? I guess he didn't know. He had no clue. I thought he saw the bomb. It just looks really... It's probably a lot easier to see through our
Yeah, a whole lot easier. Well, Kleenex, the newcomer to this starting lineup. A chance to go against two of the best in Kenny and Dashy. He's got dead silence. Just creeping in for now, but Kenny's got the edge, and there's the win. Yeah, I said it before it started. It just felt like one of those days had to. They had to pull that out. They just absolutely had to. And they're able to do it. And that was what, 2v3, 2v4?
2v4. And you just saw the individual talent, really, from Dashy. Kenny as well, but Dashy, his ability to stay alive in that scenario. Metals gets that kill, round done.
Oh, I thought he was dead to rights. I mean, when he popped it, was just sprinting across bridge. 100%. I thought he was dead. But the ultra finesse comes in. Let's look at the split. Heavy B presence, but you got the players here from OpTic for now. And where is TJ set up? Is he just like laying prone? Okay. Well, wait, first he wasn't moving for a while. I think he was just like laying prone top. Metal's first blood. Metal's second blood.
Nobody bottom cafe. Cammy and Metals just run through the door behind the smoke, and they deal with those players inside the site. I mean, it's just so difficult for TJ with an MP5 to take any of the fights from top window. Like, he's at the disadvantage. He challenges the half wall. He's trying to watch the cross. The smokes are there, and he's just hoping that I think Kenny and Dashy can just try to buy him some time at B, and they're just not able to do so.
Whew. The deeper we get into this search. 2 rounds away now, Ultra from the 2-0 edge. I still think they win this. They likely win it all. Well, win it all in the sense of this series, not the tournament. Metals 9-3 now. Some huge, impactful plays within rounds 2. And a first blood so fast. Vance's Simtex will hit Kenny out before it starts.
This has really been Toronto. They always just play so heavy around this B side. They do not mind retaking A, like we saw earlier in this game. Chino's going to put the smoke out. Typically, that means it's time to try to cross. Slasher, he flies on through. Metals is ready for him. I mean, you just have a 4-stack here. There's so many different angles to check on the offensive side.
Yeah, it's just crazy when you think about like the start of the series. Like Hackney, horrible for OpTic. Ramaz, I know it's been pretty good for him, but it's been one of Ultra's better maps as well. Like, and Ultra's been a solid search team throughout the year. You take away one bad event, they're probably top 4, top 5 search team. And now they're looking at a 5-2 lead. How did OpTic bring this back, Joe?
I don't know if they're bringing it back this game. I mean, there's absolutely the opportunity for them to bring it back and dominate in another hardpoint if we get there. Game 4 hardpoint's their choice. It's Ramaza. It's where they've been great. It's really where Slasher has been great. But in terms of this search, just the way Toronto's playing it just seems like they have countered. But one round at a time is typically the saying, right? Just try to focus on what you can.
Well, so far so good in this round. TJ and Slasher take down 2. Metals is on a 5 spree. He's been a playmaker throughout this game. Can he get them back into it and close out this second map? Dead Silence is popped. He's working his way towards Ruins. On the other side, bomb all the way to top rugs. You got to think they're going to wrap this back. His Cammy and Metals are trying to make a play on the other side. Deddy has now ran out. Chino's holding this edge. Should be an easy kill. Chino, he's gotten smoked in a couple fights. I think he's like 1-8, 1-9, and there's just been a couple where he has been fried, but now the Fryer and TJ keeps them in the round. Cammy now to try and clutch the 1 versus 3. He's got to take on TJ and Dashy. TJ's going to win it. Did TJ have 4 in that? 4 and Slasher had 1, I believe.
Yeah, he's up to 11 kills on the game. And I guess maybe one good sign for OpTic is you're sort of getting TJ in form and Surge if this does go all the way to a game 5. We know how impactful he is. He's like one of the entry guys, one of the best players at finding the first blood. Yeah, you said it, Chino. 1-8. And he's one of the guys that I feel probably thrives with, you know, he's one of the happy guys, one of the players that brings a lot of vibes to the team, and if they're down in the dumps, it absolutely is going to affect him. But into round number 9, OpTic very quickly over to A, and I like this call. I mean, Toronto has been 4 stacking both mid and B. Kenny's going to get up top, and the timing, he has the stun in hand. If he doesn't have the stun, that's an easy kill. Or a Merc 4 grip.
Yeah. One of the two. So to stay alive in this game too, OpTic's going to have to pull off this 2 versus 4. It's TJ and Dashy again, and well, your playmaker and TJ is gone. Now to Dashy. 1v4. He is down. Ultra take it. A dominant map 1. A convincing map 2. And well on their way to maybe 3-0ing OpTic Gaming out of this tournament. Ultra playing great.
Yeah, I mean, there's two 1v1s that really stick out to me. It's the Chino Metals one mid-stairs. If they probably win that round, and then right there. I mean, Kenny wins that up top. They probably have A control bombs probably being planted. It's a 4 versus 3. They still have the advantage of the round. I'm not saying they would absolutely win that one, but that's probably 2 rounds that you can go back and look at and just say, we win those, we're up 5-4, and who knows what happens in map number 2.
But they don't. They don't take it. Now they're in an 0-2 hole, and yeah, I just thought they had to win that map because it just puts the hardpoint doesn't matter anymore. You win that, you can brush it off, but now it's just compounding the issue and the frustrations for OpTic. Thankfully, I mean, you have an upcoming commercial break in which maybe you could reset, regain. Yeah, this is kind of tough to watch, not just because I picked them to win the tournament like an idiot, but because just you know how good some of the players are on them, and it finally felt like they were getting to a point where they could win a tournament. Like they were getting close, and now it's like they're back to where they started, right?
It's not. I mean, it was just very much. It was tough to watch because of the players that they are, and then they were digging themselves out of the grave. It felt like with Chino and getting to back-to-back semifinals. But right now, you have to give Toronto props. Metals with 12 kills. He finishes at triple positive. I think I saw that the stats from game 1 overall that entire map, they averaged a 2.12 KD. And there you see it. In your worst KDs, day one, Dashy's up there, and we're just not used to that.
Yeah, and that's what's so crazy is just, you know, you went on the record as saying if Dashy played a little bit better, at the tournament they made a semifinal. I can't remember the tournament now off the top of my head, the name of it, but they likely get to a grand final and maybe can, you know, take that tournament, or they might take the tournament. They got to the grand final, but if he plays a little bit better, you feel good there. And now he's got a 0.56, seems to be in some sort of slump. But it's just so odd because you just, man, if you've been following Dashy, or a fan of OpTic last year, like, he just doesn't have maps like that. He doesn't, and he's just struggling so much. And then for the other side with the Toronto Ultra roster, Metals is looking like a superstar. Methods as well as heading same place. Cammy's been a beast. Bance has been clutching up. Kleenex is the new guy making a name for himself. It's one-sided this far.
Really is. We'll see though. We're going to Gunrunner Domination up next, and these two, when they previously played, this was in the series. Toronto was able to win it, so we'll see if OpTic can fix their mistakes.
See if they can bounce back. But it's time to head to a quick break before the Dom. We'll see if OpTic can regain.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment we've all been waiting for.
Oh, he is flying!
Blistering aggression right now from Toronto, straight onto the site.
4 go down, Metals! Lucky! 3 in a row! Oh my goodness!
Call of Duty League is brought to you by Metro by T-Mobile. Stay connected to what matters most with the best value in wireless.
My goodness.
OpTic Gaming have woken up.
Starting 5 for the OpTic Gaming Los Angeles roster are Slasher, TJ, Dashy, Kenny, and Chino.
OpTic Gaming's gone through a cool transformation. Clearly the pieces were there where they had the makings of a championship caliber team.
Some of the best players in Call of Duty history, they're on the roster.
These guys are already dangerous just due to the skill level that they bring.
OpTic Gaming now, taking shots!
A lot of the times when teams are trying to find their balance, you know, they switch up their roles. OGLA were switching up their roles like every other event, and there were players that were feeling like they were being held back. So that led to a ton of role issues and team chemistry that was thrown off.
There is something that has changed in that roster with the addition of Chino that has transformed the players around that squad.
Chino.
Holy 5-2!
I think the biggest thing that Chino really has brought to this team, it has to be vibes. He's willing to do whatever it takes for the team, right? He's going to run a sub, he'll run an AR, he'll be aggressive, he'll be slow. Whatever the team needs him to do, he will get it done.
I think Dashy's at a crossroads in his career. He's choosing whether to learn how to be a complex and intelligent player or to just run around and shoot straight.
Lovely stuff there from Dashi.
This is the year that he's learning the most, teaming with the players that he's teaming with, like Slasher, like Kenny. These guys who have won based on their intelligence. So he's learning a lot. It's a work in progress, but he's getting it done.
The kills just don't stop for Dashi.
Slasher now, out of nowhere, is turned into a monster.
5 in a row, make it 6, make it 7. Slasher keeps the kills coming.
He's been playing at an MVP level.
He's got Dashi on there. He's got Kenny. Like, he has an incredible cast around him who at any given time, any of those players can be the best in the game, and still somehow Slasher manages to be the guy that just stands out among them.
The 14th in scraps, meet your maker.
He's known to be the leader of the squad. Not necessarily the most level-headed, but the guy who is most committing to get the win. That is all that man cares about.
Slasher, 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 Slasher.
This is a roster that gets better as the year goes on. I think we've seen glimpses of greatness out of them. You know, even though they got second place, they could have won that tournament.
They've been a sleeping giant this entire time with the amount of talent.
To be able to go on a run at champs or even win it and say, we told you so. We told you we were going to be the best. We told you we were going to win. And we did it. For Slasher to be able to turn around over a bad year and say, this really is my OpTic. That's the greatest thing driving OGLA right now.
Welcome back to the Paris Home Series event. You saw the team profile for OpTic Gaming. Yeah, I think a lot of the on-air talent, our broadcast team, was thinking after the finals debut that this was a team that had a chance to start really making some noise consistently. We apparently are all dead wrong, unless something insane happens over these next 3 maps and some life comes to OpTic, or they just wake up.
I mean, listen, we've seen our fair share of reverse sweeps, especially the last couple of home series, and Toronto fans have unfortunately had to deal with a lot of Game 5 round 11 losses. So you never know. You never know if it sticks to that story. If you're Toronto, you just hope you close this out in 3. 3-0 right here.
Yeah, let's check out the U.S. Army tactical play now from round 1 as Toronto get it done in the search. Kleenex with the first blood. And it's all on TJ and Slasher to try and bring it back.
Yeah, it's TJ. I mean, TJ is just trying to hope that Slasher can find a pick there. That would make things a lot easier. He uses Dead Silence, tries to go on that flank, but with Slasher going down top window, too much for TJ to worry about.
And a shot now of our players, or most of them, as we get ready to go. Would love to see something on the OpTic side of them chatting with each other. Slasher, we just see, I think, his ceiling at this point, or the floor, or he put his camera in the bathroom. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't think that's a good sign.
Yeah, that's usually what happens with that. We see it, he just flips it over. He's like, don't look at me, please. Don't look at me. It's time to focus up. Well, maybe he like transforms into a robot.
Yeah, could be. We'll see if he can hit his peak performance levels in this map 3 if they're going to somehow do this. But now to domination. Gunrunner. C-spawn start for OpTic Gaming as Kenny and the crew try to get to B as quickly as possible. They've got the numbers here for a moment as 2 members of Toronto look to be putting pressure towards C. But Method Simtex might slow down that push for a moment. Smoke out though now. Secure coming in. Kenny trying to push right through this, and TJ's got his cross. Just unfortunately, as he gets back to reload, he will be caught on the flank.
And Dash, you see there, Chino was able to find one at C. The neutral is over there. I believe that was Bans who does a good job. Really, what Bans is hoping is that his team can win at B. Then you'd have 2 in a neutral right away. TJ got into a good spot. BC locked down, but you immediately see what Toronto does. Both Kleenex and Metals fly on through bathroom. They're going to try and get on this C flag. Kenny, the only one over there right now. You do have Slasher watching the cross with the M4. Here comes the reinforcements. A nice win by TJ.
He just hammers right on through the door and is able to take the gunfight, but Ultra are up 2-0. They're looking to close it out here, and I think he nailed it. They just want to get it done. Don't get an extended series. That's where they've lost so many this year. Let's see if they can close it out. I want to hear the comms from them. Let's go to Astro Gaming Listen In with Toronto Ultra.
He's on 4 Chino. Chino hitting crate.
Yeah, Chino's crate. He's gone. Yeah, go B. Get secret. Get secret.
Nice. Push your secret.
Yeah,
one shot dead.
Nice, good shit.
You got boiler, guys, please.
I don't have boiler yet.
Wait, green. Chino's green. Green half, green dead.
Nice.
Nice.
Support,
Keep
go
on
on boulder,
woods.
doing.
Boulder,
Nice, good chip.
I need a boulder, I need a boulder.
I'm take a boiler. Naded it.
One green, Adrian.
One more close secret.
Nice.
Naded it. I'm one shot. I'm going boiler.
Yeah, I'm flanking.
Elbow.
Flanking
Elbow T,
elbow.
I'm getting your secret. Okay, okay.
Double, I think.
One
touch, nice.
Nice. One shot on it, B. Behind the minecart.
Yo, just make him watch. I'm getting as quick as possible.
Weak one shot.
Sweet.
He's pushed back. He's on it again. He's pushed up.
Left corner.
I needed it.
Left weak, nice.
One shot.
Green.
One weak.
Flash dead, I got 2. One more, push up in green.
Yeah, weak.
Nice, good shit, 3.
One more.
Nice. Last guy, boxes.
TJ, P3.
Nice, good shit.
They have
Top secret.
Could be boiler. Ask one deep again.
I didn't stun him over. I'm one shot.
Pick up pinch.
I got the secret. I got naded.
Boiler dashy.
Well, Joe, in the first respawn, OpTic Gaming was outslayed by 56 kills and only had about 50 total kills for the team. We're going to see if they can do a better job here, but it's Bance that's finding all the kills. That's 5 in a row before he drops at 9 and 6, as they now have a 2 cap, despite the fact that OpTic leading by 11.
Yeah, nice first, really, for 3 minutes this for OpTic Gaming, able to really lock down BC. And one of the big points you kept hearing it in the listening was boiler room. And when we were watching OpTic yesterday versus New York, whose room was that? It was all Zuma and Mac. They just continue to lock it down. They made it impossible for OpTic to really get any B pressure. OpTic Gaming doing a good job. You saw Dashu was able to find 3 kills and really open things up, but considering you're spawning Seaside, had control for most of this half. It's, a nice half out of OpTic so far.
Yeah, but Joe, we also said that they look good because they were coalition on Hackney. And that changed really quickly. So hopefully...
Yeah, I mean, they could change quick.
Yeah. But the lead change about to happen with the next tick. His Ultra even it up at 60 to 60. OpTic, though, hopping on to B now. Looking to get back in that 2-cap control. Haven't quite been able to finish it off because the swarm is here. Bance and Kleenex fly on in. Dashy does take down 2, but they weren't able to capitalize on the point. So Ultra will retain that for now, as they'll get it all cleared.
And I think OpTic, what they're probably just trying to do, I mean, they'd love for that B cap to come through. They just don't want C to get neutral. They know they put together a solid half. Just make sure that lead doesn't grow any more than what it should. The neutral is close, though. Bance having a great half, 14-9. We were on with him a number of times when he was pushing up towards B, finding multi-kill after multi-kill. And okay, this lead will grow. Exactly really what OpTic didn't want to happen is happening. It's going to go up by 2 points instead of 1. The fast recaps coming in, but going to finish around a 16-17 point lead for Toronto.
Hey, he padded that lead a bit. Big clutch up there by Ultra in the final moments of the half to put a little bit more separation between these two squads. 16 points the difference. I just don't know. Can OpTic do it? Can they get it to a map 4? Or are they just broken right now internally?
So it was a nice start, and it felt like individually like there were some moments. So I think you're hopefully saying that they should be able to put this together, but we'll see. We've seen them throw good sides just a few maps ago.
Here's the good side. Can they do it? Chino will stay back to get the cap. It's a fan across the map for the rest of OpTic Gaming. Kenny's going to get dropped almost instantly. A 2-on-2 towards B. As Dashy and Slasher try to move on forward. Trophy out for Toronto is going to slow down some of the utility coming in from OpTic Gaming. But they pushed them back for now, and now Dashy going to get onto the point. Little slide, cancel, and challenge, but as Methods hops over his bullets, he's able to connect onto the face of Dashy and find the gunfight win.
Yeah, still, they got to try to control vent room. You can see Metals inside, you can see Cammy inside, and it's just so close, or so difficult to cross, and you're seeing why. There's a crossfire that comes inside. But it looks like Dashy is able to win it after he spawns up. One more player was there. That's Metals. The trade is there. And okay, you get 5 down. Now you have some mid-map pressure. See what they can do with this 2-cap.
Can they get him trapped in? Dashy with a ludicrous gunfight went 4 down yet again, and here's the exact trap you were mentioning. Now the neutral coming through, and maybe a 3 cap as well. This lead gonna dissipate so fast. There's the 3 cap. TJ just able to stay alive and finish it. Now dip back into bathrooms. On the other side of the map, Cammy has pushed up towards A. He's gonna have a 1-on-1 here against Chino.
This is big for Chino. He has his big.
Come on, Chino. There, he's able to take the gunfight. Chino able to take it as Methods lines up to mid-map, and that should get them C back. But look how fast the lead is gone. Holy.
Well, you think it would... Okay, just got to say Kenny was top crate, putting pressure on, but there is a neutral at A. So it looks like Kleenex and Cammy. Didn't see exactly what happened. Might have spawned there. OpTic Gaming, they're going to have to go back. Cammy wins the 1-on-1, just trying to buy time for his teammates. Maybe they either push up and get nades on it just like that, but that nade, that's going to hit the giant electrical tower. They should be pushing towards B, and that's exactly what the rest are going to do. Slasher with a nice cover over Dashy.
Metals find some nice timing.
Kenny on a pinch.
How many kills can he get on the pinch? Oh, almost gets 2, but Metal shot on point again. Now 2 cap back to Toronto. They lead 2-0 in the series. They're up 1 point in the domination. Just trying to make sure OpTic don't have the chance to bring this back over the next couple of maps.
Yeah, it looks like OpTic's just fully going for C here. They gotta go soon. Only 2 minutes. There's a trade inside of bathrooms. 2 players are here from OpTic, but with the spawn so close from Toronto, they're just going. Chino, though, has the help of Dashy. They're able to take 2 down. They're taking a lot of time on this push. Lead up to 7 with 2 minutes left.
They gotta find an opening somewhere. There's still 1 player remaining at C. As I say it, Vance is able to gun him. Now, the brunt of the push over towards Bravo. Kleenex, though, here, he's got a bit of help. Kleenex's nade will hit. 3 are going to drop for OpTic Gaming. Dashy, the last man inside our vent room, he will fall, and that's the all call for Ultra to push forward in minecarts. Try to get Kleenex in a position, that kind of power spot at the minecart where he can hold that cross. That might force OpTic to think about going towards C, and that's exactly what it's going to do due to the forward pressure from Ultra. Both of those players are going to drop. The lead up to 16, a minute to play. It looks like Ultra have done it. Not quite done yet, but we're getting darn close to this being a 3-0 for Ultra, and hell, maybe their most impressive win this year.
Yeah, Method's able to stop that push. Now up to 20-point lead. It's got to be 2 in a neutral. But you're just so far pushed back, and every single kill that they get just staggers it. Chino's able to find 3. You do have 1 player at B. You have 1 player there. That's Kenny. But it's going to be all out assault onto this C flag. Can Toronto hold on?
How many minutes?
I don't even know if it matters.
How many minutes until Slasher tweets, get me to 2021?
I think it's done now. I believe it is impossible. 48 seconds until that.
Ultra, they do it with Kleenex now on the roster. They get an incredible 3-0 victory over OpTic Gaming, and for the most part, they make it look easy. Their fight to get to CDL Sunday will continue, but man, that hard point, terrific. Stellar play in the search and destroy. They clutch up in the domination, and it's a hot 3-0 Ultra. Moving on.
I mean, you had the AB setup if you were OpTic. Yeah, you had the 3 cap there, but as soon as Toronto got out of it, and they were just able to retake B, and then with about 2 minutes left, it was around a tie game. The pushes just never developed for OpTic Gaming at all. They're just stalled.
Oh, Slasher, I think he even left before it ended. He has got to be so frustrated. I know he's been very vocal on Twitter. I mean, whether it's been the team's performance, the server stuff they were dealing with, like through it all. It's been a very tough time for OpTic Gaming. We'll take a look at the stats here quickly for map 3, but the only stat I care about is the fact it's a 3-0. Toronto, get it done. Their struggles have usually come when it gets to a game 5. This time they
But
end it quickly.
even just looking at those stats, we hit on it yesterday. It feels like there's always somebody lagging behind a bit. Dashy didn't have the best day. Steps up today, then what? Like TJ did have a good map too, but map 3, 15, and 26. Map 1, you just throw away. But just focusing on those two maps, there always seems to be one struggling. Who was it in map number 2? It was Chino at 1-9, and we saw him lose a crucial 1v1. Like there's just always a piece that feels like isn't performing in a map, and it's really just been the story for OpTic Gaming. I guess the best thing for them is you're still in that top 8 talks, right? Like you put together two semifinal weekends, so at least you're fighting for a winner's bracket round 1. That's going to be the rest of the story for me for OpTic Gaming. Start in the winner's bracket at champs, because we know we're going to continue to say it. If they do hit it, if they hit the talent peak that they have, anything can happen. It's just a matter of, can they survive until that point?
Yeah. I think you kind of nail it. Like they still.
My short-term goal for me is just start winner's bracket. That's it. Do not finish bottom 4.
Yeah, just try.
Do not finish bottom 4.
Stay in that top 8. Maybe somehow things start to click for champs and click. You know how deadly they can be, but we're talking about the kind of champs pictures. Take a look at it one more time. We're to end today where everything sits. You'll see OpTic Gaming still sitting there in a top 8 spot, but they're not like secure by any stretch of the imagination. I guess I felt coming into this, they were pretty secure. They were improving, but now after this weekend, I don't know what to think. Like I didn't expect this at all. I'm completely and utterly caught by their play this weekend.
The worry is just
finally,
that
I finally thought something was
Ultra
clicking for them, and now
they can put pressure on them quickly. So those are the two teams. As we take a look at our CDL points presented by Game Fuel, and there's a look at it. Yeah, they're in 8th at 70. Toronto probably get 10 more, so they're still 2 games back. Gorilla's 2 games back, and we know that the last 3 events are pretty stacked. So maybe that's the one good thing for them.
Well, we're going to take a look at the scuff play of the game quickly before we get ready to set up for our next match. I know that was a quick one. As long as we thought Saturday it might be, that series took about 30 minutes. So we're going to be moving around here quickly. But once again, this is going to be the scuff play of the game from our last map in the domination, where Toronto was able to close it out.
And this is the point where
closest
around 2 minutes,
we had
they
throughout
got
here,
the game
and I
very
thought,
close. They're able to retain A, and just a very staggered push here at C, and then you can see what you're hoping TJ can do at this situation is Cammy takes them down, is just be a big enough distraction where maybe he wins one, you force them to over-rotate, and you hit B. But I was looking at Head Clint, right, just to take a look at, they're not at New York. But at Toronto, they play Toronto in round 1 of groups. So that could be one of those situations where we're talking about someone starting in winners round 1.
Could be, and that's what's going to be wild. Just thinking about all the matchups, who's going to be facing off in round 1, like all the ludicrous stuff that's going to be going down over the course of these final couple events. What do you say? We have 3 left before we get to champs.
Yeah.
Just unreal. We are going to have Rich coming up in an interview with Kleenex, hearing from the new guy to this 10-man boy band now in the starting lineup. What is he going to be able to do and keep improving with this team? But we'll see you on the other side of the break.